Hello everyone, today we're going to cover the vocabulary of Unit 3 of the book Skillful 3, third edition. Let's begin. Please turn to page 46. Drained, drained. Drained is an adjective. It means very tired and without any energy. You can say, after working all day, she felt completely drained and needed to rest. Or the athlete was drained after the training. Shift. Shift refers to the working hours or part of time during the day or night that normally in a factory or hospital, the people are replaced by others so that there are always people working. You can do a shift or you can work a shift. You can have a night shift or a day shift or early shift, late shift. Also, you can say I work in shifts or I am on shift, on a day shift or on a night shift. These are the verbs. Next word is faint-hearted. Faint-hearted is a synonym of half-hearted. When you are faint-hearted, you're not trying very hard because you do not want to do something or you're not confident that you can succeed. When something is not for the faint-hearted, it means actually it is used humorously, means it is said in a funny way, and it means that something is difficult and needs a lot of effort. For example, skydiving isn't for the faint-hearted. Only the bold, not the faint-hearted, should apply. Gallon. Gallon is a unit of measuring liquids equal to 8 pints. In Britain, this is 4.55 liters, and in the US, it is 3.79 liters. You can say a 20-gallon fish tank or the car does about 50 miles per gallon. Tackle. Tackle means to try to deal with a difficult problem. In your book, tackle is used for a fire, so you can tackle a blaze or tackle the fire. It means you try to stop it, and it's very difficult. So let's read this example together. It says, firefighters worked quickly to tackle the blazing fire. Now turn to page 48. Adapt. Adapt means to gradually change your behavior and attitudes in order to be successful in a new situation. You can say adapt to something. Example, flowers which are well adapted to harsh winters. You can adapt yourself to something. How do these insects adapt themselves to new environments? Ancestor. Ancestor is the oldest member in a family among your relatives. If you consider a family tree, your ancestor is at the top of the tree. Example, the old book tells the stories of my ancestors. Expand. Expand means to become larger in size, number, or amount, or to make something become larger. Um, Example, water expands as it freezes. Take it for granted. It means to believe that something is true without making sure. Don't take it for granted that everyone understands your point of view. Thus. Thus is the same as therefore or as a result of something that you have just mentioned. He didn't study, thus he failed the exam. Protection. Protection means safety when someone or something is protected. Protection of, the protection of the environment, protection against, protection from, protection for, or you can do something for protection. Preserve. Preserve means to save something or someone from being harmed or destroyed. Preserve means protect. We should preserve the environment for future generations. Warmth. Warmth is the heat something produces or when you feel warm. You can say the warmth of something, the warmth of the summer sun, or for warmth. The children huddled closely together for warmth. Now turn to page 49. Bacteria. Bacteria is a very small living thing, some of which cause illness or disease. Bacteria can cause infections if not properly controlled. Massage. Massage is the action of pressing and rubbing someone's body with your hands to help them relax or to reduce pain in their muscles or joints. You can talk about a body massage, shoulder massage, foot massage. You can give someone a massage or have a massage. Spine. Spine is the row of bones down the center of your back that supports your body and protects your spinal cord. Another word for it is backbone. So spine is the same as backbone. He injured his spine while playing sports. The doctor said her spine was in good condition after the checkup. Now turn to page 52. Natural disasters. Here we have a couple of natural disasters. Let's talk about them. The first one is earthquake. Earthquake is a sudden shaking of the Earth's surface that often causes a lot of damage. Flood is our next natural disaster, where you see a very large amount of water that covers an area that is usually dry. Drought is the next one. Drought is the opposite of flood. In flood, we have excessive amount of water, but when there is a drought, there is no water. We have dry weather, and there is not enough water for plants or animals to live. Next natural disasters are hurricane and typhoon. A hurricane and a typhoon are the same type of storm, but they have different names because they happen in different areas. For example, a hurricane is a storm that has very strong, fast winds that moves over water, but it happens in the North Atlantic Ocean. So when it happens there, they call it a hurricane. Typhoon is the same type of natural disaster, so it's a violent tropical storm, but it happens in the Western Pacific Ocean. So they are quite similar, as you see in the pictures, but they happen in different places. The next natural disaster is tsunami. It's a very large wave and it happens because of an earthquake in the sea or in the ocean, and it can causes a lot. It can cause a lot of damage when it reaches the land or the city. Accidentally means in a way that was not planned or intended. Opposite of deliberately. She accidentally dropped the vase on her foot. Destruction is the act or process of destroying something or of being destroyed. You can say destruction of, the destruction of the rainforest. Breakout. If something unpleasant such as a fire, fight, or war breaks out, it starts to happen. I was still living in London when the war broke out, means the war started. Spread. Spread means affect more people or places. And it becomes larger or moves so that it affects more people or a larger area. For example, fire quickly spread through the building. Lower. Lower means to reduce something in amount or level. Example, do you think we should lower the price? Or drugs to lower blood pressure. You can lower your voice. Inner. Inner means on the inside or close to the center of something, opposite of outer. My wallet is in the inner breast pocket of my jacket. Cause. Cause means to make something happen, especially something bad. Heavy traffic is causing delays on the freeway. Page 53. Cone. Cone is the fruit of a pine or fir tree. Example: the cone of a fir tree contains seeds that can grow into new trees. Detect. Detect means to notice or discover something, especially something that is not easy to see, hear, etc. You can say something is difficult to detect, or impossible to detect, easy to detect, possible to detect. You can detect a change, you can detect a difference in someone or in something. Ecosystem. Ecosystem refers to all the animals and plants in a particular area and the way in which they are related to each other and to their environment. Example: pollution can harm the balance of an ecosystem. Sensor. Sensor is a piece of equipment used for discovering the presence of light, heat, movement, etc. Example: the sensor in the security system detects any movement. Page 56. Turning point. Turning point is the time when an important change starts, especially one that improves the situation. You can say turning point in, a turning point in my life. Meeting her was the turning point in my life. Dramatically. Dramatically means in a great and sudden way. You can say something increases dramatically, rises dramatically, falls dramatically, or drops dramatically. 3 years on, Jack's life has dramatically changed. Option. Option means choice. Example: you can have a choice. He had 2 options. Option for something. A range of options for cutting costs. Option of doing something. She had the option of staying for an extra year. Store here is a verb. When you store something, you keep it. You keep them so you can use them for a longer period of time. Example: squirrels are storing up nuts for the winter. Justify. Justify means to give an acceptable explanation for something that other people think is unreasonable. You can justify doing something or justify yourself. I don't have to justify myself to you or anyone else. Maintain. Maintain means make something continue in the same way or at the same standard as before. Example: the hotel prides itself on maintaining high standard. Burn somebody up. It means to make someone very angry. Example: it really burns me up when people are rude for no reason. Be burned out or be burnt out or get burned out. It means to work so hard over a period of time that you become unable to continue working because you're tired, ill, or unable to think of any new ideas. Example: he was almost burnt out by the time he was 21. Means he was so tired of working or studying. Fire somebody up. Fire somebody up means to make someone become very excited, interested, or angry. Example: the music at the concert fired everyone up for the performance, or seeing her success fires me up to do my best. Be burned or get burned. It means to lose a lot of money. The company got badly burned in the dot-com collapse. Be on fire means be unstoppable. The team is on fire. They haven't lost a game all season. It means they are performing extremely well and seem unstoppable. Page 57. Bear something in mind. It means keep something in mind, to remember something. Bear in mind that some children will need help. Emerge. Emerge means to appear or come out from somewhere. The flowers emerge in the spring. Emerge from. The sun emerged from behind the clouds. Occupy. Occupy means fill your time with something and keep busy doing something. Keep yourself busy doing something. For example, football occupies most of my leisure time, means free time. Release. Release means let go. Let someone or something go free. Discharge. Example, police arrested several men who were later released. Restore means repair. Repair a building, repair a piece of furniture or a painting so that it is in its original condition. Example, a Victorian fireplace restored to its former glory. Set foot in something. It means to go to or enter a place. Example, he promised never to set foot in her house again after the argument. Sequence. A series of related events, actions, etc. that happen or are done in a particular order. A sequence of events, sequence of actions, sequence of business success or failures. Source is a thing, place, activity, etc. that you get something from. Source of. You can say source of protein, source of energy, source of enjoyment, source of income. Visible. Visible, when something is visible, you can see it. Opposite of invisible. Visible to someone. The sign was clearly visible to passing drivers. Page 65. Confluence. Confluence is a situation in which two or more things combine or happen at the same time. Confluence of. A confluence of unhappy events. Flash flood or flash fire happens very quickly or suddenly and continues for only a short time. Example, in the event of a flash flood, remember that you should immediately seek means search for, or look for higher ground. Landslide is a natural disaster in which the earth, rocks, etc. fall down the hill or cliff. Example, the heavy rain caused a landslide that blocked the road. Likelihood. Likelihood means possibility or probability, the degree to which something can reasonably be expected to happen. Likelihood of, little likelihood, lower likelihood, or high or greater likelihood. Moisture. Moisture is the small amounts of water that are present in the air in a substance or on a surface. Example, your skin's moisture content varies according to weather conditions. Root. Root is the part of a plant or tree that grows under the ground and gets water from the soil. You can see the tree roots in the picture. Vulnerable. If someone is vulnerable, they can be harmed or hurt easily, so they are at risk. Opposite of invulnerable. You can be vulnerable to something. Children are vulnerable to abuse. Thanks. This is the end of this video. Please keep learning. See you next time. Bye-bye.